Hi, this is Rochelle, and welcome to another episode of The Backyard. So we're here with Nancy Thompson, Nadej Wicker, and Katia Xavier. And we've been talking for the past couple of episodes about friendship, the longevity of friendship. We touched base on respect, honor, and love, and now we will talk about setbacks and triumphs. And as you know, in relationship as a whole, there hasn't been a relationship I know in this lifetime that has not had some level of setbacks. And so my question to you is, if you were to think of the setbacks you guys have had, what was it and how did you overcome it?
That's a good question, Michelle.
No one wants to go first. Setback. I don't know if I would label it setbacks, but again, touching base off what we talked before, we all have different situations that we encounter at different times, but the setback for me may have been a little bit more something of selfishness.
Okay.
Because maybe my friends were going through something and might have needed some time to work it out on their own. Because it's not all the time that you want everybody's information or everybody's opinion. So sometimes you need that downtime. And that downtime may have been interpreted by myself as, you don't want to talk to me? What I do? What's wrong with you? Why I'm here? And I think that's a setback, and I had to look at myself. It wasn't the other person. It was me. Saying, not again, going back to saying being selfish and not letting them take that time to process what they needed to and just wait to be called on, wait to be reached out to. So that's my experience.
So what you're saying makes me think of interpretation.
Yes.
And perception.
Absolutely.
Because I think I'm hearing you say that your setback was on you as how you perceive you interacted as it relates to their personal struggle. Yet, was there ever a point where they ever brought it up to you as if, you know what, that was kind of messed up when you called me? So maybe for them it wasn't even that.
Right.
Maybe you interpreted it that way as a setback. And correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to jump in. But I'm not, so maybe, which is interesting the way you put it out there. You said for you it was.
I have to say that because if I look at the realm of our relationship, I really at this moment cannot think of something I could say was a setback in our relationship. I don't want to sound like everything was always perfect, but in my eyes, as far as that's concerned, that's how I feel. I feel it was maybe my interpretation. I don't think it's anything that I could say these ladies have ever done to me. Blessing, that's just how I see it.
Our friendship really causes us to be introspective on how we handle the situation. Not so much like if there's a situation with Nadej or with Nancy that they're pointing the finger at me like, you're not doing what I need you to do. We may handle the situation, go through it, but the friendship with them, I want to be the best friend, sister, person I can be in their lives. And if there's a situation, something that causes us to have a conversation that we need to think about and discuss, I always want to go back home by myself. Did I handle that the best way to benefit my friend, my sister? And that's what I think Nancy was attesting to. It's not, I'm sorry guys, like we really don't have that situation where this person made me so upset. I cannot even speak to them. Now we have to have this cabal and try to rectify the relationship. We're very, very fortunate that that's not what happened. But again, these girls have caused me to grow, probably unbeknownst to them. It's just that they want me to be they charge me to be a better person for them, for myself.
Well, I think this is very inspiring, and I hope that our audience is able to really take this inspiration and move forward with it. Again, your setup is unique, and it's a blessing, as you mentioned it. And I also believe that it's also a testament to one of the topics we spoke earlier, the respect, the honoring, and the love. I think that when you start to get to know one another, you understand who you are, you understand who you are to each other, and therefore those other aspects of setback does not exist, right? And this, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of, again, Dej, and I'm saying to myself, Dej is not a hugger. Dej is, no, but it's true. She's not a hugger, she's a patter, right? So if I don't get the hug.
She's just more stoic.
Yeah,
she's very deep.
She is. So
but I think when she breaks the levee, she doesn't want the levee to break.
Yeah, but once you, whatever you get from her, it's accepted, right? Because
Absolutely.
that's Dej.
That's her 100%.
That's 100%. And that's really the point that I'm
and
making.
she always
there.
gives 100%.
It's crucial that we take the time, people take the time to understand each other so that once you get what you get from one another, you understand, okay, that's her personal best.
We all have
You know what I
our
mean?
roles in
Exactly.
the relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't want to say just the three of us, because we do have other friends and
Yeah, no,
family.
I know,
Yeah,
you know,
I know this
absolutely.
is the focus of
Yeah.
this forum
today,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But as far as we are concerned, we are kind of three pieces of the one.
No, definitely.
And what a blessing is that. But we all have our roles in this relationship. So it's just like,
And again,
so I mean, I'm
It's
grateful
kind of
every
replenishing
day.
our core. Every
Right.
time we see each other, I mean, we literally can be like, I need to see you guys. You know, I'm starving for this when we sit down with ourselves, and it's a recharging of our batteries. And I mean, every time when I leave them, I could be like, oh, I haven't seen him for 3-4 weeks, and it doesn't matter.
matter.
It really doesn't matter. But when I do, I'm supercharged. I'm just. It's just a never missing a step. And I know a lot of people out there who have these kind of relationships. You know, you can be with a friendship. You know, there were times in our life we were separated geographically and never missed a step.
I find that, again, the inspiration from this conversation right now is really expressing the need to have a support system that you actually feel very comfortable and you feel secure. You know, I think that I keep on, every episode ends with energy, right? I'm very big on energy, and I think that you should certainly seek to identify individual that share or brings a level of energy in your space that will be supportive and bring you a sense of security. So I hope that this audience right now have taken the time to really take in all what we have just discussed, because I think it's really powerful and it's really instrumental to carry with you in moving forward in different stages of life.